Hi, in this video we'll be continuing with the C# video tutorials, also csharp.net. So we'll be going over enumerated types in C#.net. So an enumerated data type is a programmer-defined data type. So there's different ways to create data types. You can use structs, you can create class objects, and then you can create enumerated types. So basically it's a type rather than a struct object, so it's a little bit different. Excuse me. So you see these around, especially in MQL5 and MQL4. You see these in C++, C#, Java, you see these, or it's around. So it consists of predefined constants known as enumerators. They're a little confusing, but they represent integer values. Sometimes in a program you need a way to represent values that cannot be stored in memory. Sorry, I'll just repeat that. So sometimes in a program you need a way to represent values that cannot be returned in memory, stored in memory. So sometimes in a program you need a way to represent values that cannot be stored in memory in a straightforward manner. For example, suppose you're writing a program that works with the days of the week. So like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, all the way to Saturday. And you need some way to represent each day of the week in memory. One solution is to let the integers 0 through 6 represent the days of the week, which would be 7 days, because 0 counts as a number. So 0 for Sunday, 1 for Monday, and so on. So this will work, but there's some drawbacks. For example, it may not be clear to anyone else reading the code that the values 0 through 6 represent the days of the week. That's a problem I've had before with enumerated types. Like, it's kind of hard to understand. When you read someone else's enumerated types, you're like, well, which one's which? Or what are the values representing? I've had that problem in MQL5. So MQL5 is a framework of C++ to make finance apps. So although you might decide that Sunday is the first day of the week, also you might decide that Sunday is the first day of the week, whereas someone else might assume that it's Monday or something else. So for example, if someone from another country or something, or let's just say, sees the value 0, they might think it's Monday. Maybe because over there the day starts on Monday. So that could be a problem. So they're saying that you could try to fix this with enumerated data types. So maybe what they're getting at is that without enumerated data types, you have this problem. But I've seen this problem with enumerated data types as well, because it's hard to figure out which value represents which, but we'll do some examples. I don't use them that often, to be honest. So a better solution is to create an enumerated data type. So an enumerated data type is a data type that you can create. So when you create an enumerated data type, you specify a set of symbolic values that belong to the data type. So just back on the screen here, so sorry for the long intro. I don't have too much time to create like slides and stuff, but I'll try to get to the codes as fast as possible. Okay, so we have, let's just try to define these between the namespace and the class. Might have to move that into the class or above the namespace, but we'll just try here. So there you have to use the keyword enum, so that's a reserved word. So enum. day, then open a block. You can do them down. You can do them across. It's up to you. Okay, so we'll go Sunday. Remember this example in Java was like the ice cream example, the ice cream flavors. So this Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Just kidding, Saturday. Saturday. I always thought that Saturday means that you sat around all day. Seems pretty accurate. Saturday. You sat the day. Or like you Saturday. I spelled it wrong too. Okay, so Saturday. Saturday. We have all the days here. So an enumerated data type declaration begins with the keyword enum, so it's a reserved word in C#. You cannot name something a variable enum. You'll get an error, an exception. So the enumerated data type declaration begins with the keyword enum, followed by the name of the type. So our name of the type is day. Don't really need a capital on it, but you can. Whoops. Okay, so followed by the name of the type, which is day, followed by a list of, so an initialization list basically of identifiers inside braces. The example declaration creates an enumerated data type named day. The identifiers Sunday through Saturday, which are listed inside the braces, are known as enumerators. Okay, so these things here are enumerators. The days are known as enumerators. Enumerators, they're called. And this is your enumerated type. So an enumerated, I think we just said this, okay. So these represent the values, so the enumerators represent the values that belong to the day data type. So the day is a data type. Alright, so let's just go down here. Sorry, I just hit the mic. So notice that the enumerators are not enclosed in quotation marks, so therefore they're not strings. That's a tricky concept to understand. As to enumerators must be legal C# identifiers. Okay. They probably just have to. That just means they just have to follow all the rules. So the enumerators are constants that represent integer values. So that's kind of confusing. When you declare an enumerated type, the enumerators are assigned integer values starting with 0, for example. In the day data type, the day.Sunday enumerator is assigned the value 0, so you have to use a dot operator. The day Monday enumerator is assigned the value 1, and so forth. That's a little confusing because I've seen enumerated data types represent other things such as price values and other things. That's just that's just kind of like the standard for them. So there's different ways to work with them. They're a bit tricky. So pretty much, let's just have a note here that day dot Sunday points to index 0. Day dot Monday points to index 1. Monday points to index 1. And so on. So an enum declaration can appear in any of the following places. So outside the app's namespace. Inside the app's namespace is the one that we chose. Inside a class. So technically it's inside a namespace, but not inside a class, so we did it between the namespace and the class. In other languages, I think you can do it outside the class. For example, Java, C++. Okay, so let's see. So we'll basically just write them inside the namespace like a structure, but not inside the class. Just for our tutorials. Once you have created and enumerated data type in your program, you can declare variables of that type. For example, the following statement declares an enum day. Declares workday as a variable of the day type. So we can go probably here in a field. So we can go with day, workday. We refer to this as an enum variable because workday is a variable of the day type. The values that we can assign to it are the day type's enumerators. For example, in the statement here that we'll do, it assigns the value day.Wednesday in the workday variable. So workday points to day.Wednesday. It's a little confusing. So in the constructor here, then we could go workday points to day.Wednesday. Happening there. Why wasn't it letting me do that? Okay, there we go. Writer glitched out. Okay, so workday points to day.Wednesday. What's the name? Workday does not match rule instance field private. Suggested name workday. Okay, I don't know what that warning is saying, so let's just forget that warning here. So notice that we assign day.Wednesday instead of just Wednesday. The name day.Wednesday is a fully qualified name of the day type's Wednesday enumerator. You have to use an enumerator's fully qualified name because it is possible to have the same enumerator appear in multiple enumerated types. Okay, so we could go with something else here. We go with day, week, and day. Points to day dot. Why is it doing that? I'm getting a glitch with Rider. It doesn't like the enums. So public day, weekend day points to day.Saturday. This statement declares a day variable named weekend day that initializes it with the value day.Saturday. So the following code shows, so we'll show another example here. So assume that we have a radio button, which we have done, I think. Pretty sure we have. So the following code shows an example. Assume that the apps form has a radio button control named Monday radio button. Okay, so an example of this, we could just pretend we have some code here, assume some things here, so we could go assume a radio button. So assume the apps form has a radio button named Monday radio button, so we could go, or you go, yeah, so we'll just go Monday, so day selected day. Here we could go if Monday radio button. We could just go with, okay, so anyways, let's just try this again. So we'll go with if Monday radio button dot checked and we'll say selected day points to day.monday. This is back for a sec here. Let's just go up here and let's try to show message box.show. Let's go with work. See if we can print a value here. That might not work. Might need a cast .toString. There's still an error here. Whoops. Problems. Inconsistent accessibility field type. Windows Forms app 10 day is less accessible than field. Okay. Line 20. Let's go with private then. There we go. Do we need a toString on this? I assume so. Because it's like, what are you trying to print? That's what I think too. So let's just go with run and just see if it prints out a value. Excuse me. What is the value here? Sorry, it's just loading. Okay, so let's see what we get here. We get that pop-up window. It just printed us Wednesday. Wednesday. Points to Wednesday. Let's go day dot Wednesday then. Oh, what am I doing here? Oh, it's doing it again. There we go, let's try this. Well, it's just printing us Wednesday. We're not getting a value. Okay, so we're just getting Wednesday, that's okay. So let's continue on with some more examples. Sorry, you couldn't see that because it's a pop-up window, but it just popped up with Wednesday. So back to this radio button example. This example here. So this code declares a day variable named selectedDay. The if statement in line 2 determines whether the Monday radio button control is selected. If it is, the statement in line 4 assigns day.monday to the selected day variable. You can make comparisons with enum variables and enumerators. So let's just show an example of that. Okay, so then for example, you could say if selected day points to day.Wednesday, then we could go messagebox.show midweek or something. So enums, they're kind of vast. You can use them how you want. They're a bit tricky to use, but you can you can create things with them. You could have values, you could have strings, you could have notice how here it's not taken as a string, so you really got to be careful with it. These are like literals without strings, so they're just literals. It doesn't even really know how to use them. So you have to be careful with them. These aren't, like I said, they're kind of difficult. You're going to see them around, and you're going to just copy the whole enum to your code. That's what I do. When I saw it in another code file, I just copied the whole enum to another file because I was like, well, how do you use this? I'm not sure how the programmer wanted it to be used, to be honest, so I just copied the whole enum to my file. You could do that. Because if your code is calling enums that you're not sure how to use, just copy the whole enum to your file. That's what I did. Okay, so for the next part, so the if statement in line, like I'm just a junior programmer, I'm not a senior programmer, so I'm just trying to tell you guys like the best things I would do. The if, so we'll try to do some better, we will have some better examples coming up. So the if statement in line, so the if statement that we just did determines whether the selected day variable is equal to day.Wednesday. If it is, then we display the message box. So that one's pretty easy. Okay, so what else we have here? So the following code shows how an enum variable can be tested in a switch statement. So you can switch a selected day. I'd rather use an if, but you can use an if else. You can use a switch. So let's just try this example, and then let's see what else we have. Then we'll take a break till the next one. It's almost half an hour. So here we'll go with some more just code notes down here. So we'll go switch selected day. So we're going to switch the selected day, so let's just pretend selected day. Let's pretend selected day could equal anything, like any one of the days. So we'll go, for example, case day dot Sunday. Oh, sorry, that has just a colon on it. Then we'll go so we think the case is the value. So if selected day points to day.Sunday, then we'll say messagebox.show. I don't use switches that often either. I'd rather just use an if or an else. So messagebox.show rest. Sunday is rest day, okay. Rest day. Then we have to go with a break. So let's just go here, case day dot Monday. Let's just say so message box here, message box dot show. You could say back to coding and leg day. So here we could go with case day dot Tuesday. Day dot Tuesday. Then here we'll go message box dot show coding, and we got cardio day. Case what else we have? Case day dot Wednesday. Okay, we got a lot of days to do. Go message box dot show. We'll go coding, and we go chest tries day. Go case day dot what else are we gonna do here? I'm trying a new workout routine as well. Well, like a lifting routine, whatever, training routine. I used to do squats and deadlifts on the same day, but now they're getting pretty intense, so I'm having to create a separate day for just deadlifts now, where I might throw abs in there as well. Okay, so case. Just to make this easy, let me put this here. Actually, no. Okay, actually, yeah, let's do this. Put that here. We'll change a Wednesday to message box dot show. We'll go with deadlifts and abs day coding. Okay, then we got coding chest tries day. Was that right? No, I think Thursday might have been a rest day or a cardio day. Okay, so let's go here with message box dot show. Okay, let's go with a rest day, coding, and a rest day or a cardio day. So case day dot Friday. I think my workout's overlapping a little bit to like a weekend. Less than a quarter, maybe about a quarter. So case day dot Friday goes to message box dot show. Okay, Friday. Finally, we got chest and tries. Case day dot Saturday. I'll go with. Oh, no quote there. So message box dot show will go with back day. Let's just go with coding personal project and back day. So you're going coding personal projects, personal / client projects. So let's just say you're coding someone else's projects. So coding personal / clients project and back day. Okay, so we'll go with case day dot Sunday. Why do I have a code there? Sorry. What are we doing on Sunday? We're doing messagebox.show. We're coding. Study. We got with. And coding, study, and coding personal clients projects. And then we got shoulder day. Okay. So that's pretty much. I think that's pretty much it. So we're just switching the selected day. So we're going forgetting a bracket here. No, we have it. Okay. So switch selected day case day dot Sunday. Well, oh, I forgot the breaks. Okay. I'll have to add a break, and there's no default case. Alright, so we have case.day, case day.sunday, message box that shows something, and then a break, so that should be all of them. So here we're showing a switch statement that tests the selected day variable depending on the value of the variable the program branches to the appropriate case statement. So here instead of saying case day.sunday, you could say if selected index points to day.sunday, then do this. But you can also use a switch, it's up to you. So that'll conclude the first part of enums, enumerated data types. So in the next video we'll be continuing with them. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Thanks. Oh yeah, and if you like the video, you can subscribe to the channel and support the channel. You can like the video to support the channel for more programming and investing tutorials. In the next one we'll be continuing with enums, and we'll be doing an enum lab. How many labs are we doing? One lab. Just one enum lab. Actually, maybe some more enum notes. So quite a bit of enums to do, and one lab. So some more notes and a lab. So I'll see you guys in the next few videos. Thanks for watching. Take care. Thanks.